Students, today we shall read a new chapter of your measure of central tendency, and it is, in other words, you can call say that is a statistic. And in measure of central tendency, we have already read in class 9, and in my today's class, I want to discuss regarding three methods through which we can find the mean. And one thing, whenever you have been asked to solve a problem and you have to see the figures, means the numbers which have been given, if they are of small numbers, then it would be possible to calculate it with a very less time and with without going for very bigger calculations. But if the numbers are bigger numbers, then what are the methods by which we can find out the mean? Three methods, those have been given to you. First one is your direct method, second one is your shortcut method, and third one is your step deviation method. Through these three methods, whatever the result will come of any problem, in all cases the result is equal. But we have to decide which would be proper for us, and also we have to, if there would be no specifications, you go by that method, this method, then it is up to you which you find easy that you can do. So we shall have to start how your mean can be calculated through direct method. And I am not going that have discrete series because we have already read it in class 9. Let us discuss about a continuous series. In continuous series, how these can be possible. And one problem that I have taken from your book, you can see that in this problem, first your class intervals have been given, class interval, and second your frequency, third your class mark, and fourth your product. Here one thing I want to tell you, in your question you will not get this one, only you will get class interval and frequency, and thereafter you have to solve the problem. Suppose here in this it is given that is 5.5 to 6.5, thereafter 4.5 to 5.5, and your 3.5 to 4.5, and your 2.5 to your 3.5, and your frequencies have been given, your 3, thereafter your 10, your 8, and 4. Then how can you start the problem under direct method? You see, whenever you have been given a continuous series, first of all you have to find the class mark. So how can you get the class mark? Now the upper limit plus lower limit by 2, so that you can get the class mark. In all these cases, first you have to write the class mark. Here you see it is coming 6, for second one it is coming 4, for third one it is coming 3, and for fourth one it is coming that is your 6, 4, 6, 5, 4 and 3. So before that, before going for the calculation, once again I remind you, you will get the up to this one class your class interval frequency, and thereafter you have to find the class mark. And the process of getting the class mark, you have to add the upper and lower limit of the class intervals and by 2, so that you can get the class mark. Then our next step is you have to multiply the class mark with the respective frequencies. Here you see 3 into 5, thereafter your 3 into 6, thereafter your 10 into 5, thereafter your 8 into 4, and thereafter your 4 into 3. And after going for this multiplication, you are getting the result 18, thereafter 50, thereafter 32, and 12. And that now what you have to do, you have to add it and you have to add it, you are getting your 112. So if we shall go for symbolically, so how can this be presented symbolically? As the your method says that sigma f1 x1 by sigma f1, means your these things, your class marks have been indicated as x1 and your frequency that have been f1, and whenever f1 into x1 you are getting this, and your sigma f1 xi, it is coming your 112, and the formula finding out, and now you have to find the sigma f1 fi. So you may ask me, sir, what is the sigma sign? Sigma sign is nothing but it is the sum of this, means you have to add these all these frequencies and you are getting here 25. So now your mean that you can find out, it is coming your, the formula is sigma fi into xi by sigma fi, and you are getting 112 by 25, and your answer is coming 4.48. So once again I want to tell you, if a problem is given to you and your exam will be in the month of February, that will have to appear, and one more thing that I am telling you, no such question will come that will confuse the students, and particularly statistics of finding out the mean. If small numbers like this in this problem, as you have seen, it is the problem that is coming like so. So you may go for direct method because the figures, these numbers are less, so multiplication and addition is very easy. And after going that, you have to remember this formula. F1 is nothing but the frequency, x1 is nothing, xi is nothing but the your class mark, and the product means this is your fi into xi, and thereafter sigma means sum up. So sigma f, this is coming this one, this is your sigma f1 fi xi, and thereafter you can find out the mean. This is the method if you go for your direct method. And if the figures are bigger one, and let us go for the same problem, how can we go for a shortcut method? Shortcut method, here you see it is giving this one a plus sigma, you may tell it f1 x1 or f1 d1, whatever it may be, and thereafter this. So let us discuss the same problem under shortcut method. Or now you see, whenever we are going for that one, first of all this is your f1, this is your x1, and thereafter we have to take your d1, means out of these class marks we have to take an assumed mean. We have to take an assumed mean, and that assumed mean, this should be subtracted from it. As you see here in this case, let us, we have taken this one, your f, let it that we are taking, it is 5, means this one that we have taken 5. Now you have to, this one, your this is called d is equal to your x1 minus a. So you may tell me, sir, what is this a? This a is nothing but the assumed mean. Out of these class marks which have been given to you, any one that you can take, mostly the central that is value we may take it, or any value that you can take, that doesn't matter. So here you see, we have taken that your assumed mean as 5. So your x1 means first will come 6 minus 5, it is coming 1. Thereafter your 5 minus 5, it is coming 0. Thereafter your 4 minus 5, it is coming minus 1. Thereafter your 3 minus 5, it is coming minus 2. So now instead of going f1 x1, you have to multiply this d1, means this one, these values 1, 0, -1, -2, 2 with F1 means your 3 into 1 is equal to 3. Thereafter 0 into 10 you are getting 0. Thereafter your 8 into -1 you are getting -8, and your 4 into -2 you are getting -8. So just you imagine in what way the direct method is different from the shortcut method. In shortcut method, what we have done, from the class mark itself we have taken a assumed mean, and thereafter from each value of this class mark we have subtracted that assumed mean, and we have find the values, then the frequencies have been multiplied with those values, and we are getting this one. And now you see your final value means your sigma, instead of write Fy you can write here Di has come -13, and the formula under shortcut method it is different. The method is finding out A plus sigma d1 dixi by sigma fi. Now you see, whenever we are going to find through this method, your A value, that is 5. So your A plus your sigma d1 x1 has come -13, and your by 25. So your A value here it is 5. Means assume mean this one. Thereafter sigma d1 x1 -13, and it is 25. And first you have to solve it. Whatever will come, your final result will also come 4.48. If you solve it, it will come your 0.52. Then 5 minus 0.52, you are getting this one. So you see, whatever in the direct method that we have got, same answer that we have got whenever we have gone for shortcut method. And also with the third method, that is your step deviation method, this problem can be solved, and also we are getting this one. So very most important thing, what is the question? Whether if there is any specification, if no method specification is there, so whatever method that would be easy, you go for that. You can go for the direct method, or you can go for your shortcut method. In direct method, what will happen? If the values are less, so it will be easily you can find out. In shortcut method, what you have to go? You have to find your assumed mean. Then you have to go for in this process. Then you have to find the product of sigma d1 x1, and then you go for this one. And very important thing, sir, what is d1? D1 is nothing. You have to take assumed mean, and that assumed mean is to be subtracted from each class mark as I have shown here. And thereafter the frequency will be multiplied whatever the subtracted result as here. And finally you are getting this one. So in my next class I shall go for your step deviation method, and we shall discuss. Until then, thanking you all.